Happy Friday. Good to see you all here. Thanks for coming in and spending your Friday virtually with us and pivoting and shifting plans. We had a really tight schedule as we adjust our workshop to be virtual. Again, we appreciate you all here. I hope we'll be doing this in person soon enough. So let's kick it right in the interest of time. So this is our Winter Teacher Workshop. Virtual Aaron, can please advance? The quick acknowledgement that all of our education efforts in person and virtually everywhere we do in our communities here on campus take place on Indigenous homelands. So let's honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded them through time and are today. So space for that is important to recognize where we are. Next. Remember when I saw you as a first joiners director in a summer workshop, the last one in person, when we said first of a number of series of workshops face-to-face again, and we're beginning to chart a purpose of path for Ismail to resolve these problems, growing resilience, return to our new normal. Next. Yet again, we're virtual and getting through this and being resilient. So it's good that we make some time here to kind of elevate our work, sit with the fact that we are always struggling, that's not ideal that we're doing this virtual again. And we want to make space to recognize all of the things that you are going through as teachers, that Ismail students are going through as students, and make space for that. Next, please. Why not show a little bit of data? We're virtual again, and pretty much our brain and everybody under this pandemic is under toxic stress, right? A little bit of difference between tolerable stress, serious stress, and toxic stress. Tolerable stress is a sort of motivating stress in your life, right? That doesn't cause trauma. Serious stress, think about big incidents that can be long-standing. This level of stress is buffered by supportive relationships. So hopefully all have supportive relationships that can buffer some of those one-stop serious stress. I think the pandemic, it's pretty much putting everybody under toxic stress, which are situations that activate your stress responsive systems over and over again, and you cannot get away from it. And if there's an absence of supportive relationships, then we really struggle. We get into the brain releases cortisol and adrenaline, so you go into fight or flight mode. And when these are released continuously, it causes a negative impact on the body and long-term health, brain development, also on. You're probably very familiar with that. The figure shows on the left a healthy brain, and on the right a brain under toxic stress. And you can see like the blood flow, it's almost completely gone, and the oxygen. So which means that there's no activity there. It's pretty dormant. And this is just biological way to see that this pandemic is having this kind of impact in our lives. And it's particularly more harmful for youth if they're still developing their brains, right? So this is real biologically, is real emotionally, and we need to make space to recognize that we are under this toxic stress and doing the best we can and being resilient. Next. And those relationships, like the Smile community, it's what heals. So thank you for being this supportive community, for pivoting with us and continue to do the amazing work that you all do. We have a unifying commitment, Smile purpose that help us heal. We agree and know why and for whom we're here for. We have collective strength. We are together in our work and resilience that help us heal. We share stories. We know the impact of our work and how that matters, and that help us heal. And we create opportunities for learning, building trust, adding value, supporting each other, and that's also help us heal. And it's with that commitment of community and building more relationships and support you as educators in the Smile community the best we can. We also want to introduce our new people. Next, please. They are here to make sure that we make time, we make space, and we put in the effort to be there for you in whatever you need. You've been hearing from Becca on the email back and forth. So Becca has joined us as Smile program assistant with the sole mission of being here for you as an educator. So she will introduce herself a little bit later. I know you have a session with her, but I wanted to welcome Becca. It's a very important role for us, and I hope this is going to help us continue our relationship and have a consistent communication, especially as we change programs, as we pivot for new guidance and regulation from the university. So thank you, Becca, for coming in and joining our community. Renee O'Neill will be with us later today. Some of you probably know Renee. She is a Smile alumni and I'm back as a curriculum and evaluation specialist to help with lesson development, working with scientists to give the best curriculum pieces that we can possibly have for you to use. And Erin Christens, who is kind of monitoring our chats today, is our grant specialist. And pretty much a big part of her job are Smile grants, writing and supporting and putting competitive grants over there so that we can have funding to support the work that we do. So I wanted to introduce those three. You know all the rest of us, you see us throughout the workshop, but we're happy to have the extra FTE time support for the SMILE program. Next, please. And with that, I will pass the baton to Jay, who's going to give us a quick overview of the day and how we're going to be moving forward.
Welcome, Smile teachers. Again, I wish we were in person. I was really looking forward to seeing everybody's face again. It was great to be in person in the summer, but I have a feeling we're going to be in person very soon. And I appreciate you all during this very difficult year, making SMILE work in your communities. As we've said many times before, SMILE does not exist without the work that you do. You're the backbone of SMILE, and during these very difficult years, you have shown your commitment to the program and your commitment to the students that are in that program. And we appreciate you more than you can ever know. And I wish we could show that appreciation in person, but hopefully at our May teacher workshop, more information coming on that soon. Well, let's go over the schedule today. We have shortened things down. Things are going to go pretty quickly, and there will be less interaction than we normally have because it's virtual, but we're going to get to all the exciting things that we were planning in the in-person workshop. There's a couple logistical things. You are now in the opening session. You noticed in the emails that Becca sent out and the newsletter that there actually are 3 Zoom sessions. There is the elementary Zoom session, the middle high Zoom session, and of course, you're in the main session right now. Starting at 9:20 will be our first content-specific question for elementary and for middle high. So if you are an elementary teacher, you will use the elementary link right after we're done here, and you will go to the elementary session where you'll be seeing RCRV Flux at Work. If you are a middle high school teacher, you're going to use that middle high school teacher link, and you are going to go see Lacunos Forestry. And then you will stay in that session until 11:20. And that's when you'll return to this main session. We have a really exciting performance around dance and coding with Daryl Thomas from Western Oregon University, and then we'll flow into lunch. After lunch, you don't have to be in a Zoom session during lunch, but after lunch, you're going to go back into your level specific Zoom session. Now, let's say you forgot that link, you can always come back here and Erin will be able to tell you where you need to go and provide you that link. So this is always a safe place to come back to if you get confused. But after 1:10, you will be here for the rest of the time up until 3 o'clock. I just want to ask if there's any questions on the schedule. You can feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat. Excellent. And if you do have questions, I'm just going to finish up here, but feel free to put them in the chat. We will be recording this. This is being recorded right now, and it will be edited. We are hoping to have all of this up on our website that will be for the winter teacher workshop here. And the website I'm going to put in the chat below. This is a good resource for you to find all the lessons that we're talking about, all the presentations, many of which are already up there now. But there will be video of these going over, so you'll be able to watch the PD afterwards if you have any questions. And of course, we're always here to provide support to you. So that's a good resource. Please use this throughout the day. And I think everybody in their sessions will be sharing that. So the other thing that I want to remind people about is materials. You're going to be getting a box of materials. Normally, that box will be coming to you right after the workshop. We're going to be sending that box to you. Those boxes will go out on February 2nd, that's next Wednesday, and then travel to your school. So be looking for those. Many of those activities have pictures of the materials that you're getting in there, along with the lesson plans. So just know that there are materials coming for you. And if you do have any questions once you get that box, that's where you reach out to myself or Becca, and we can help get the lesson plan or provide any support that's needed.